Now, let's look at some more aspects before we go further. We have looked at the type conversions and other things. So let's look at what are implicitly typed variables. What are implicitly typed variables? So these implicitly typed variables, it was added in 3.0 version of the C Sharp, and it allows you to declare a variable using the var keyword, where the type of the variable is identified depending on the value which it is assigned. So if we say like var v equals to hello, then this is a string. If we say var v equals to 1, 2, 3, then v is an integer. So it takes the value, it takes the type according to the value which it is being assigned to. Now, limit there are, however, every pros has its cons also. I won't say con, but it has a limitation. We can declare them only a block of code, but cannot declare on the top of the class. However, this is okay. But variable declared by var keyword must be initialized at the time of the statement only. Like if you want to say var x and you want to assign the value to the x later, this is not possible. This is wrong. Why this is wrong? By the definition, because it takes the type only with the value which it has been assigned. So it will not know the type. How it can create a memory or anything for the x, because it does not know the type. What how much memory it has, it can allocate like 2, 3, 4, 16. It does not know. So this is invalid, and this one is valid. This we can use. What is the ideal IDE which can use for the development of C Sharp programs? Of course, it's a choice of the developer which he want to use. However, there is a Visual Studio IDE also, uh, Visual Studio IDE also, which can be used to write this C Sharp program, which is the Microsoft's one. So this can be uh, before that. IDE means Integrated Development Environment, wherein you have text editors wherein you can write the program and you can execute those also. So to write the program using Notepad also, you can write the program, and you can like execute it using the command prompt. So if you write, let's suppose in the Notepad you write something like C class example, and you write it and you save the program as demo.cs, and you can in fact execute it in the command prompt using something like I would say you will have to call the compiler also. But before coming to that compiler part, first of all, what is compiling? So if we like we have written a class in a notepad, and we have given it a name, and we want to execute it, or we want to compile it, we want to see the output. So we need to compile the above program using the whatever the file we have written, like the demo.cs. We need to compile we need to compile this program using the C sharp compiler from the Visual Studio command prompt, and then only we would be able to execute or see the output of this program. So if you like open the Visual Studio command prompt and you want to compile it and execute it, you will have to write CSC and then the file name. So if you write for the above case, if you write CSC and then demo.cs, then it will give the program for the compilation and will generate the output if the compilation is successful. So if it is successful, then it will generate the output. Else, if there are any errors, then it will give you the errors in the same command prompt. So this in this session we have seen this compilation process and the ID which can we can use and how we basically use the implicit type variables. So these were the basic thing how actually the C sharp proceeded. Now when we talk of all these things, we should also talk about the data types. Data types. Now what are data types? If you see, we have already used it. Now, if you see the data types here, so one we have seen is int. So this is integer data types is one. Then we have decimal data types. Then we have Boolean data types. Then again, we have character data types. Then we have the base type also. So these are the, I would say, basic data types which are there in C sharp. Now, looking at to in depth, I wouldn't go into the detail of each of the types which are in this integer or decimal. However, to understand, in the C sharp types, we have integer, long, unsigned integer, and then unsigned long. So all these fall under the data type, integer types only. And then I would say that int or maybe long, all these fall under the integer data types only. Then there are decimal types, a different color. So in decimal types, we have like float, double, and decimal. So these are the three data types in the decimal. So what if I just state in one word, what is the difference in float, double, and decimal? So it's basically just the size, I would say. Float may be of 4, double may be of 8, and decimal is of 16. So this is the 16 bytes to be precise, and this is 8 bytes to be precise. This is 4 bytes. So these are the decimal data types. And then comes the Boolean. It's either true or false. So Boolean is only that. And then there is character. Now in character, which we have seen also in the previous programs which we were writing. So in character, we see that there are again two types. One is the char. Char means just a single character, like A, like B or C. And there is a string of like a uh, collection of char, which is a string. Uh, both of these actually have different data types, however. So string is the system.string and char is the system.char. Now there is also one base type. Base type is object, which is from the system.object. So we have discussed about this data types. Now let's understand some details about this. Like the size of character type has been increased to 2 bytes for supporting the Unicode characters, that is language other than English, that also is supported in care. And for example, if you say there is a character, B character, C character, so these are in ASCII 1 byte only. However, if you see K, K or so these characters have a Unicode 2 byte. So uh, now the character supports both. So it has been increased to two, 2 bytes. Now what is string? String is a variable length type where the size of string depends upon the value we assign to it. Object type is the parent of all other data type, which is capable of storing any type of value in it. Moreover, it is also a variable length type. Now, I think we have covered for the data types most things. Some more details. Let's look at other lecture.